That sounds probably about right, right? It was probably right at 420.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At
Not
last we
me,
will
but
have
I'm
revenge.
saying non should. It was a name I'd. Oh, for yeah. I mean, honestly, if I ever got like a tattoo, it would probably be something like Lego. Probably something with Zeke's name in it or something to do with Lego. Come on, guys. What do you call a droid that takes a long way around? You probably know this one. R2D2er. Right? Right? Fine. Pudge, jelly. Guys. There's a Waddles the rabbit. Hold on. I'm a part of this now. I didn't name this. I didn't name this rabbit. I wish I could take credit for it, but I didn't. They're completely random. Waddles the rabbit. Hashtag Waddles lives. You may have Waddles the pig, but I got Waddles the rabbit. That is weird, isn't it? Okay, you put a shield on. Okay. All right. Okay. Damn. Damn. Thank you for the bits. And holy cow, there's a hype train because of that. Okay, there. Oh. Nice.
Hello there.
Name character? Confirm. R. There we go. Hello there. Who followed?
On Tau Ceti, with both of us.
Me too. If you'll need something to charm the higher ups, I'm your guy. Doesn't sound like any run-of-the-mill data you're after. Yeah, you owe me an explanation. Of course. Oh,
you deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're
that was
not
weird.
just researchers. We were military scientists.
And what the differences between those might be. But then also, I'm going to talk to him about our past. And I'm pretty sure he knows, obviously, he knows how my wife and I met. He knew Ashley, Mrs. Nonder, sorry. He knew Mrs. Nonder before I did and invited her to our community where we met. So I don't know if he knows, but like I owe a lot to this guy. So we're going to get a little deep. We were on 1.1.0 last time I played. Ooh, I'll go get this ball. Yeah. And what's this little crystal over here too? You can't clip in your current situation? I don't think I've turned off clipping for followers. That's weird. Is that a setting? One right across from us first, you think?
Yes.
So that way we're not going down any more than... Oh, Lord! The heck? Whew. All right, I mean, that was pretty cool, though. Like the Cantina Band. I think this is the one from Jabba's Palace. Is a certain genre of music within the Star Wars universe that is called jazz. Sorry, no, I misspoke. It's called jizz. Don't clip that, Troy, or anyone else. But it's true. It is called Jizz. Tuesday, May 28th, 2024. Hello, it's 6:30 a.m. Do you know where your kids are?
There we go. Took me a second to get the camera going. Hi, hello, good morning, hello. Lots of activity already, but first off, Blue is the Phantom Menace. New friend Blue, Phantom Menace for the 6th time. Congratulations for that. You're moving on up. Good morning, Lars with the raid. Thank you so much. I didn't get your shout out. Let me do... It would be weird to have you shout yourself out, so I'll do that for you. Playing some Valheim, I jumped in a little bit to see the treehouse that's been causing you so much grief, and it's looking good. So good for you. There's Code. Good morning. There's Ursa. Let's see, who else did I miss here? Ams, welcome. Glad you got a new friend yesterday. I completely forgot. Ams was like, add Blue as a friend, and I was like, I will, like, that's fine. But I was like, is everything okay? Like, my alarms went off in my mind. My trauma response went off in my mind. And she was like, yeah, you just said that you were going to, and I'm reminding you. I'm like, oh gosh. Now you guys know what Ashley puts up with. You're getting just a little glimpse into what Ashley has to put up with me. I hate how much I have to have her remind me of things, but I forgot. Let's see. Mercer's been waiting for that day. My message is still highlighted as a raider. Yeah, it'll do that for a little while, kind of until the raid. I don't know, there's some kind of timer, and it'll slow down after a little while. We're still trying to decide an organization name. May think about building a non-profit behind it. That'd be cool. There's Old School. There's Mersa. How's it going? All recovered from Lake? Were you playing Lake the game? Or like going to an actual lake? That's a lot of asterisks for you second hottie. Always second. I have to be reminded of everything too. I don't know what it is. We've talked about this before. You all know how it is by this point. My mind just sorts things, you know. No more Ula Red Cam. I go back and forth. It'll come back. This is just some random countryside somewhere with some flowing water that I thought looked peaceful, you know. Need to take out the trash. I'll be right back. Taking a walk while JK throwing my cat's poop out. Okay. All right. I mean, both of those are valid, you know. You're old. I don't think it has anything to do with my age. I kind of feel like I've always been like this. It's just as you do get older, the things you need to remember become more important, right? You know. And there's so much more to remember that I think my brain goes, this is something that's not going to happen for a long time, so I'm just going to file this away. It's not important for us right this second. But it isn't conscious. I do this subconsciously. Nidalicious, good afternoon. Okay. Here we go. Let's get back into building this road. It is looking a little bit better. I've been told I need to stop overthinking it, but I kind of feel like I should overthink it a little bit. Let's just continue doing what we were doing yesterday and mapping it out, right? Is that cool? Ow. It better be. I don't know what I was gonna do with that. I'm tired right now. It's stormy right now here in Texas. We had a little bit of a storm last night with some hail. Ended up being not so bad. Then I woke up this morning at 5:30 and saw some lightning. So I checked my radar and immediately saw a giant wave of storms headed towards us. So I'm feeling great this morning, you know. Can you explain the thinking behind it now? I saw the beginning where you showed my picture, but stream froze. And now what are you doing? It looks like a pattern. Okay, sort of. Okay, so we're going to come back in with the random. I was getting a little stun locked on the, like, trying to make this random, right? It was getting unproductive is what we'd call it. So then Ursa had the idea, why don't you go ahead and just map out where you want it? So I know right now this looks like very straight lines, you know, yes, very mapped out, but we're going to come in and add some randomness to it once we get the whole thing mapped out. So the idea is the darker parts are where people have been walking over the years, right? The sand is, you can kind of see, it's kind of the default landscape. So I'm adding in sand now, and then kind of just putting it where I want the path to go. And then once that happens, once I have the path like pathed out, then I'm gonna come in and start doing more of the details like you see down here. But I think it's gonna be easier once I have the actual path that I wanna use, if that makes any sense at all. Oh boy, you going to the zoo again? Thank you, mods. Thank you. Thank you, Ams. Look at you. Look at you. That was so quick. That was quicker. I didn't even see the message unmodded. I looked up, it was already modded, and they were already gone. Dang. It did? It took you a second? I didn't notice. Listen, my bar is on the floor, okay? You saw how long it would take me to get to something like that before. So the bar is on the floor. You're doing great. Did you panic a little? Like, what? Which one is it? Which one? That's what I would do. I'd be like, I gotta do something. Help. I feel weird this morning. Anybody else feel weird this morning? I feel kind of off. I don't feel sick or anything like that. I just kind of feel mentally. I feel a little like a little discombobulated. Also, the idea here, Ams, since you might have missed it, is right around each building, I'm putting this sort of gray to act as like the foundation peeking out. That's the idea anyway. I hope that it'll turn out. Come on. See, my double click method is just not, it's not working. There, see? I feel sick, so a little different. Oh, hello. You dropped 15 pounds? Is that for real or is that a joke? Are you for serious right now? What's your secret? I'm not sure how much I've dropped so far, but I think I've dropped some. I've definitely built some muscle, that's for dang sure. And I'm gonna try to keep doing that. I think people will walk through these little alleyways a little bit. But not a ton. I think mostly it's gonna be like this. My secret, get sick and sit in the bathroom. Ugh. I'm so sorry. That'll do it. That'll do it. And then you get that, like, you're like, oh, look, the scale went down, but I feel like crap. And then it's not fun, you know? My pants shift from loose to tight on a daily basis? Do they really? Huh. Probably just from like bloating, depending on what you eat. I'm at the size where I can't tell like what's bloating and what is not, you know. I think once I get down in sizes a little bit, then I'll start noticing that type of growth. When I bloat, it just kind of moves the fat around, you know? Okay, I think I like that. That kind of tells me that some people take this path occasionally, but not like a lot. Not a lot. they did take it, they would probably cut this corner here. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I just hit my keyboard. Dang it. Okay. There. I hit my keyboard with my mouse and clicked that. I didn't do that on purpose. What's the sickness that you're dealing with, Code? A new place has an HOA gym that I'm going to abuse. That's awesome. Yeah. I do kind of miss those days of having an apartment. Like, it kind of stinks when I was renting. Most of the places I lived in did also have a gym. And the fact that I didn't take advantage of that to the degree that I should have, that, like, I'm so motivated to do it now, but at the time, I, like, wasn't motivated at all. I'm kicking myself, you know? I had so many opportunities in my life to kind of get my health back on track, and I didn't take it seriously enough. And it's a pretty big regret, especially once I realized that I could do it. You know what I mean? Once I realized I'm like, I could actually do this. Like, this is possible for me. That is where things kind of changed for me, you know? Okay. Put you back there. I'm actually going to do that. Do I dare? Yeah, that works. So that's the biggest thing, is like realizing that, like, everybody who talks about working out and gaining muscle and losing fat and all that, they're not everybody, but like the common advice is fairly, it does kind of work if you can stick to it, as long as you don't have any other kind of more serious affliction, you know. I'm gonna have to make a path to that door. Like, I was a keto guy for a long time, and I really loved keto because it actually made me see the results of the hard work faster. And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with keto now. I'm realizing now, though, that it was a mechanism to get me to eat in a calorie deficit, because I could only eat so much meat, you know, before I was completely satisfied, before I had, like, you know, all the nutrients that I needed. I could only eat so much of that. And then I was also skipping a lot of meals on keto too, so it was a mechanism to be in a calorie deficit, really, at the end of the day. So it's fine. It's just I didn't want to do it anymore, you know? I don't know. It's like, you either track calories, you track carbs, you track something. So getting over that idea that you don't have to track anything, you know. You're on keto as we speak. Nice. Awkward-tunities. I love that word. That's a good word. Yeah. Monday morning is cursed. Broke my sunglasses this morning. How are you gonna... You need to just go home for the day, I think. I've started to see more about how it's not just protein, but it's also fiber. I'm on a huge fiber kick. I'm so glad to hear you say that. Yeah, I'm on a pretty big fiber kick as myself. Just so many benefits, especially from my little vegetable plate that I do just about every day.